Well, here's a driver that is ready. This is USA 1 Steve Wilkie, who was the crew chief for Rod Litzow when Rod won the national championship. So he knows this truck inside and out. And a good look at Jesse Bergian playing for keeps.
Of course, this might be a little bit of a mismatch here. Jesse Berge's truck is not quite set up as technically as USA 1 is for racing. As you see right now, Steve Wilkie's getting all psyched out. He does this every time he runs. He puts his mind to what he's doing, so nothing else bothers him. So all he has to worry about is winning the race.
Well, routine he goes through before every run. USA 1 and playing for keeps, Chevy against Chevy. And Steve Wilkie has the big advantage. As he crosses the finish line, he'll advance in USA 1.
And if you did notice, he didn't take it very hard, nice and easy over the hill. He knows he's got an advantage. He's ahead. He doesn't get a lot of air, and he just makes a nice, clean run. And what we're going to see here is in-cab camera. Now, you can see the abuse these drivers take, and boy, do I know how that feels.
Well, Steve Wilkie's going in some big shoes to fill, but you look like you're just taking it one step at a time and doing a good job. It looked like an awfully smooth run out there, Steve.
Well, that's about it, Army. I can't fill Rod's shoes. All I can do is create some for my own. True Value, Master Mechanic, Chevrolet, Everett Jasmer, all the guys at the shop. I got to do something for them. Those are the shoes.
It's amazing how many guys are behind you. We'll see you in that next round. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Army.
And now we are ready to take a look at that bright yellow Chevrolet of Gary Porter. That's the Carolina Crusher out of the state of North Carolina. 468 cubic inches from that Chevrolet power plant. And he goes up against another Chevrolet, the pink and white of Bennett Clark. So it's Chevy against Chevy. North Carolina against Georgia. A pair of Southern gentlemen in round one here in Memphis, Tennessee in the Mid-South Coliseum as Clark stages the Clydesdale 2. And track official Tracy Smart reaches for the starter's button to turn these two Chevrolets loose. And Gary Porter picks up the victory in Carolina Crusher.
Gary, just as the runs we previously saw here, these guys are staying side by side over the hill, and then here's where the race is won. As soon as you hit the cars, Porter hit him first and was able to take the win.
Gary Porter, I got a question just as a fan. When you guys come in from outdoors like that, the windows are all fogged up. How can you see out of the truck?
They're really not as fogged up from the inside as it looked like from the outside. You know, if I couldn't see, I would have stopped and wiped them off and everything, and, you know, to make sure I had a good, safe run.
What causes that?
Well, the temperature change from outside. It's cooler outside than it is in here, and we come in, the windows wanting to fog up a little bit on us.
Let's talk about the next round. The truck looking okay? Everything ready to come back and do battle with these guys?
I think so. The truck looks okay. I don't know who I'll be drawing the next round, but I want to try to, you know, to push the truck as hard as I can to take a win. So hopefully I can win the points race this year.
Well, Gary Porter will take on the winner of this matchup between Equalizer and Nightlife. And here's a look at Equalizer David Morris out of Springfield, Tennessee. And Nightlife built and driven by Dave Wyzorek out of Grand Island, Nebraska.
And Gary Porter mentioned earlier about wanting to get enough points to win that national championship, which is something the Equalizer's familiar with because he is the defending national champion.
David Morris won it last year. He eyes the green light. And look at the big victory for David Morris in Equalizer.
Now, Dave did a good job coming over that hill. He came over nice and straight, but he got a little crooked there before he hit the cars, but he was able to keep his truck under the control and blow away Nightlife.
The run right there looked a little bit out of shape. The truck didn't stay as smooth or as level as the other trucks have been running. What's causing that?
Well, that time when I came over the hill, I wasn't straight when I went to hit the set of cars. I had got turned somehow, and I was having to fight a little bit to get it back straight, but I couldn't slow up because I had to win, so I'm going to try to correct that problem on the next race.
And that concludes our first round of competition. An enthusiastic crowd on hand here at the Mid-South Coliseum. Rich Hooser takes an unscientific poll on the crowd favorite.
You got an outlaw hat on. We got an outlaw truck here tonight. That don't mean nothing.
Bigfoot.
How about you? You got the Gravedigger shirt on.
Gravedigger.
All right, Gravedigger. How about you?
Gravedigger.
Okay, we got some Gravedigger fans down here. You got a Bigfoot shirt on. Is that who's going to win this tonight?
Bigfoot.
All right. How about you?
Grave digger.
Okay. How about you?
Grave digger.
All right. We got a lot of fans. Here's another grave digger, and we got monster truck shirts. Everybody's having a good time here tonight, aren't they?